Hello, guys. Welcome to MaCHAMP of the Week. This is week two. Um, I'm your host, Ancient Jedi. I'm joined today by Crizzle.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. And Samadel is whereabouts unknown. Maybe he joins later on. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see. We'll wing it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Crizzle, how you doing?
Very well, very well. Happy to be 2-0 at the moment.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
such a flying start. It's gonna be, it might be one of those seasons again, like last season, where it's gonna be tough to catch you.
I can only hope, but we'll see. I'm using a very different team from usual, so
Yeah,
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 we'll
yeah,
get into that.
yeah, definitely. We were just talking about this, um, so let's do a bit of background. Crizzle, it's your first time on Machamp of the Week. We didn't actually get you on last season, which was a shame, but we're glad to have you on now. But yeah, let's like tell us a bit about yourself. Like, how long have you? What's your background when it comes to like draft leagues and competitive Pokemon and Pokemon in general? Like,
Yeah.
when did you get into the franchise?
I was a wee boy when I first got into the franchise. Yeah, 1997. I think the first game I got was Pokemon Red.
Oh,
Um,
you were red. I was
and
blue.
yeah, yeah, my brother was blue.
Yeah. We had
Well,
a
yeah,
similar thing.
been competitive Pokemon in since then, with the link cables and everything. Um, but I've been doing draft leagues for must be coming up to a year and a half now or so. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so this is now my fifth one or joint fifth, something like that. So yeah, fun
What?
times.
Yeah, definitely. Was it the UGA that you started out on, or was it another draft league?
So it was another draft league. It was the VBR. Um,
Okay.
so do you know In Vivid Color on YouTube?
In
It was
Vivid
on
Color.
his Discord,
Oh,
and
okay.
we yeah his admins set it up on his Discords, and that's where I started in
Nice.
my first ever draft.
Give us a rundown of some of the mons you had in your first ever draft.
I had Venacol.
Ah, it's solid
Uh,
staple.
yeah, yeah. I was South Croydon Saw, so I needed the Venusaur first, and then
Nice. Get the mascot
Torkoal
in
was
there.
still there at the end, so that was my last pick.
Lovely.
Um, and a staple of my team, Tornadus.
Ah, yeah, you
Um,
do like Tornadus.
yeah, it's been in all my drafts except this one, so it's definitely and it's up there with one of my top five mons. That's got a very nice moustache.
What? I've never
Um,
noticed the mustache before. I now need
yeah,
to see this. Oh my God. Uh,
yeah, it's very nice moustache, and I think it's got some curly hair.
Tornadus. I just literally googled Tornadus mustache. I'm not sure why. Instead of Rex Tornadus. You are right. Okay, right. It does have a mustache. Okay. Well, I mean, that's one redeeming quality.
Yeah. uh, yeah. So yeah, it's worked its way up there into my top five. Another one being my old favourite Sneasel, which
Yes.
our friend Sam Adele's pulled this time round.
He has, yeah. I'm glad because I mean, I helped him draft that team, but as it turned out, I got way too into the draft and the league in general that I just snapped up the first team that was available, and then little did I know that actually I would have benefited from said Sneasel. So yeah,
Yeah. Sadly, you can never know these things when you draft them, but it's such a good pick. But you got Weavile,
yeah, exactly.
which
Yeah, Weavile is good.
is Big Brother.
Exactly. It's big faster brother.
Yeah.
Cool and awesome. Yeah, so like last team you had this, sorry, last season you had this archetype revolving around, yeah, some of those mons like Tornadus, Sneasel, like hard hitters, that Tailwind theme. this season you're going for a slightly different approach, I think.
Yeah, so this season, everyone last season knew how much I hated Trick Room.
Yeah, it
I hate,
wasn't a secret,
yeah,
was it?
yeah, not really. I hated being in it. I couldn't battle in it. So this season, I thought, okay, I'll go with a bit of Trick Room. So people
Nice.
are less likely to try set up on me. So I got Glastrier
Exactly.
out.
Yeah, there you go. You
Um,
can you can trick room their trick room.
exactly. So that was part of the plan, and then Pheromosa was never really in it.
Hmm.
So uh, when it was still hanging around, I thought I could go with that.
Yeah, yeah,
So I've picked that up for the speed swap. So
yeah.
I can have, as you see at the end of this week's battle, I've got uh, a Glastrier with Pheromosa's speed and a Pheromosa with Pheromosa's speed out at the end, and
I noticed
two of the
that.
fastest mons on the field. It was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
I admired that. We'll get onto it, but yeah, you withdrew the Pheromosa to get the speed back at the end. That was nice. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I don't think there is a better speed swapper in the league, really. I guess that's why it's S tier. I don't remember any offhand. I mean, Raichu, I guess, is pretty good.
yeah.
Rabombi, you know,
Rabombin, Alakazam, I think they're
yeah,
definitely the fastest lot,
yeah.
but Pheromosa being the fastest.
Yes, exactly. Crucially, and then it has all these other cool things like coaching and
Yeah,
utility like Electro Web, and then all these like good moves as well. You ran close combat on it
yeah,
this week, so
yeah, yeah. It could be physical, it can be special. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, so it's a really, really useful mon to have.
definitely, definitely. Your team's looking very scary this season, and yeah, you are 2-0 up, so yeah. Hope it continues. We don't play this season, so yeah, I definitely do hope it continues. I wouldn't mind you taking points off of my opponents.
I will be taking points from as many opponents as I can.
Thank you.
um,
Very much appreciate
but
that.
but yeah, yeah, I mean, you had a really good win this week against Lucian, didn't you?
Yeah, it was nice. It was unexpected. I'm thrilled to be part of the season now, and so yeah, I had all these trades to make um within 24 hours, and we were talking before that yeah, there weren't really that many great options on the table. Like I really needed a fire type. There weren't that many great fire types left. I really needed a steel type. There weren't that many steel types on the table, but like I still had one myself. So yeah, it was like trying to balance all these things, but it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah, it really did, and I know about those hard fire types to come across.
Mm.
I ended up drafting Magmortar quite early because the fire types were so far in between, and it's like you either get an A or you're stuck with Charizard or Moltres in B.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree. Yeah, I mean, I must admit, like I'm not. we're seeing Otto actually do very well with Moltres at the moment, but I'm not too confident with Charizard as my fire type.
yeah, I personally didn't want another Mon 4 times a week to something, so
Yeah,
yeah, I saw Magmortar and was like, grab that quick before
yeah, yeah.
anybody else does.
Good shout, good shout.
um,
But yeah, it was no, it was good to pick up the win. It was nice. Really good game between Lucia and I. Shame it wasn't recorded, but yeah, you were the only one to believe in me, Crizzle.
I
And it
believed in you. I
exactly
believed in you, AJ.
there you go. There you go. Thank you, mate. Okay,
You're
right.
welcome.
Let's kick off the awards. So this is the week 2 Johto Awards, and this week they've been decided by yourself, Crizzle. So
Yeah, they have.
yeah, so a quick reminder of the categories. We've got sort of the top sort of winner recognizing awards: MaCHAMP, MaCHAD. MaCHAD for your like tech, your play. MaCHAMP for like just a really good game, I guess. Really really solid win. MaCHESED is your RNG awards. Did anyone get hacked out to the extreme this week? MaCHOKE, It's pretty self-explanatory. And MaCHUMP is the sort of commiserations award, someone you want to shout out that lost, but you want to give them recognition for something they did well.
Yeah, credit where it's due.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so right, we start from the bottom. We're going to start with the MaCHUMP nominations. So, from the top, we have the Midland Marowaks. So they've been nominated for this category because they fought Brian, and within game 2 of their set, technically 3 of Brian's Mons died, but Midland Marowaks was not credited with any of those kills.
That is some feat, yes. It was really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it was. Well, this we've Brian has been nominated for the reverse. We weren't really sure whether or not this is like a MaCHUMP on Midland Marowak's part or like a Chad Brian play. We're not really sure, but anyway, nominations are in both. So yeah, this is a cool thing. um, and then so we move on to Dave and the Criminal Colossals. He's been given the MaCHUMP nomination for literally being forfeited on in 2 games and not getting his kills, and his reaction was so good.
Dave's reactions are hilarious. If no one's ever seen his stuff on YouTube, you've just got to watch it. It's a pleasure whenever he records.
Definitely have. Go check that game out if you haven't already, because that was so much fun to watch. All games this week were great, but yeah, like seeing his reaction and then like the kids arguing and being cute at the same time. Yeah, it was all kicking off. And then we have Masenko, who's been nominated for just playing like a really good set. Like this game was between you two was brilliant. Like I loved it. I was gripped to my seat watching it. I thought it was just a proper like duke out, and the fact that we'll come on to like some of the plays within that game. I in a few awards time, but right at the end, the fact that pretty much you have 2 Mons on 1 HP, and one of them dies and one of them lives, and that's who decides it. Like I just think it was quite epic, quite epic.
Oh, it was a truly amazing best of 3. I think we both made plenty of mistakes and we weren't both at top form, but it made the battle that much more interesting in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. So, well, there can only be one winner of MaCHUMP of the week, and it goes to Masenko.
Absolutely, has to go to Masenko. It was a fantastic set of 3 with him, and he definitely had the chance to win. I definitely had a chance to end the game sooner, but there was a whole lot going on in each game. So I credit him for such an amazing best of 3, and a very tough battle and a well-earned win for me in the end because of how tough it was.
Yeah, no, definitely well played to you both. That was awesome, and yeah, worthy winner. So well done, Masenko. Right, we move on to MaCHOKE of the week. So I don't think we had too many nominations for this last week, but we have a few this week, aided by your game. But we'll start with Dave and the Criminal Colossals. Ice sharding into a Serena. I mean, we've all been there.
Yep.
Nothing more to say about that, but yeah, hey ho.
Yeah, you forget the ability sometimes, and it happens.
Yeah, exactly, and it's kind of it's one of the more niche abilities where sometimes even you forget like like all priority moves like fake out and I don't know, prankster type stuff. Yeah, easy to forget. Okay, so let's move on to you, Crizzle, and I've put etc. here because I think there were possibly 1 or 2 others, but I can't remember.
There were so many. The air balloon into Luxray, not once but twice.
Yeah, I mean that was funny because he looks very protected first turn, so you weren't none the wiser. You didn't get the message.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't see the message the first time, so I was like, oh, I'll keep going, keep doing this. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
there was setting up the rain, turn one, game one, which cost me my crocodile.
Of course, yeah, with the Max, yeah, Geyser, yes.
Yeah. Where I had Max Steel Spike on it, which would have done just as much and
Yeah,
not set the rain,
yeah. Oh
which in turn made Magmortar useless.
no.
So
Oh.
that was terrible. And then I think it was game three. Uh, Everyone attacked Glastria, and I sped swap into
Yes,
it,
you did.
and I
Yes.
set up a max guard. So I was like, oh well, that was
It,
useless.
it was that. It was. Yeah. I think that was the least
Yeah.
Machoke worthy out of them all because it was actually like, oh, well, it's fine. Like it was a good max guard. I mean, yeah, you could have maybe done something different with.
Yeah, I could have taken advantage, but nah, I'll max guard into a sweet speed swap, and then max guard activates 3 times. It was quite
Oh.
funny.
Yeah, true. That is good. I've done similar before. I think I've heal pulsed into a protect. You know, purely for educational purposes, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might have worked.
I done it for the memes.
Yeah, exactly. You've done it for the MaCHOKE nominations. You knew, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew
Based on
it'd be
based on
coming.
number of nominations alone, you should win this outright.
I should.
But anyway, we do move on to Masenko, who had one or two blunders of his own. I think the crucial one that he's been nominated for here is not sucker punching in game three, because I think if he did, he would have got some crucial. He would have broke your sash, right?
Yeah, I think it was he protected in a turn where if he sucker punched, he would have broke my sash, and then the Sharpedo would have beat me
Yeah,
outright at the end.
unfortunate protect right at the end there.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, unlucky to him. And then we have the Somerville Scraggies, who turn one fake out into inner focus Kangaskhan. You know,
yeah,
we've all been there as well. But I guess it's probably one of its best abilities, I would say, on
yeah,
Kangaskhan.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you don't know it's got inner focus until you try and fake it out. So I guess so.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
It,
you
it
know.
doesn't come up on screen, does it? Yeah,
Nah.
could be Scrappy or the early bird, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, early, but
But anyway, the Kirby won winner, and you have awarded this to Tyler.
yeah, I've awarded it to Tyler. I don't, as much as I think I deserve it, I don't give awards to myself, even bad ones.
Uh,
So yeah, I thought Tyler can have it this week. Congratulations, Tyler.
yeah, fair enough. Congrats, Tyler. Um, yeah, congratulations to you. You win our Machoke of the week, despite Crizzle making the holy trinity of blunders.
Yeah, one in each game.
Yeah, it's right. We'll get you back for the Machoke award at some point in the season.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Okay, right. We go on to MaCHAD nominations. Now, there wasn't really too much this week, and it hasn't really been too much so far, I would say. There are two nominations here. So we have the MK Mimikyus, and an unfortunate series of events where, with their Gotharita, I think, they finally get a hypnosis on the third consecutive attempt on Dave's Lapras. Um, whilst it's maxed, right? So I think it gets slept on like the final turn or something. I can't remember. But then it just immediately wakes up after. It was just a one turn in the end, one turn sleep after all that effort.
Yeah, yeah. Horrible to watch, but you know they are blind hypnosis, so they do miss. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's the chances of two hypnosis missing and then getting the one turn sleep is less than about 5%. So that's some horrible RNG right
Yeah,
there.
it is brutal. I mean, we do recognise that Focus Blast never hits, and even that's more accurate than Hypnosis. So yeah, we do recognise that, but at the same time, like you got to feel for the guy, like
Yeah,
after
I
all
know.
that.
It's kind of like, was it worth all that?
It's the gambler's fallacy, isn't it? It's like, well, I'm in now, like
Yeah.
I'm committed. It's gonna happen.
Uh,
And then we have the Dark Lord Greninjas in their second game versus Otto, where I think they played really well during the turn and they protected. It was either Gyarados or another Mon on the field, and Otto went into that Mon with both Mons, so it was a good protect. But then the key Will-O-Wisp missed, sadly. So worthy of a nomination, I feel.
yeah, I think that would have been. I don't know how much of a game changer, but it absolutely would have impacted whatever the maximum. I can't remember what maximum it was, but
I think it was Dragon
that
Pulse.
damage, yeah, the amount of damage it would have been doing would have been halved, and uh, Gyarados would have been around a little bit longer than what it was in the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess more of a shout out that yeah, that was particularly unlucky in that crucial moment, but maybe it might not have swung it too much.
Mm.
But kind of, I guess, unsurprisingly, you have given the MaCHAD Award to the MK Mimikyus.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, missing 2 hypnosis for 1 turn sleep.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, you wasted 4 turns there essentially.
exactly. It's a brutal series of events, and even though you might expect it, we've got to give credit to RNGesus where it's due.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Right, so we move on to MaCHAD of the week. We have 5 nominations this week for MaCHAD. I had to change my slide and everything. This is crazy. So, first of all, we have the Pogging Porygons, OC Frey. He brought some really spicy tech to his game with skill swap into Fungus, which I thought was brutal.
That is genius.
Yeah, and
It
apparently
really
we don't
is.
have the video, but apparently he just slept his entire team.
Oh, yeah, that is very smart. And now I know about it. I'm just going to make sure that don't happen for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sorry. The key point missing decided to skill swap Prankster into Fungus from
Yeah.
Meowstic, which is just brutal with the spore. So yeah, one to watch out for, definitely. And then we have the Charlotte Beedrills and his amazing Aegislash, which just absolutely wrecked everything on both sides of the field. Took no names, no prisoners. Like, wow.
Yeah, it dragged Brian through that game all by itself. It was just like, I will kill everything in
Yeah,
this game.
literally. Yeah.
Because he was 1-0 down at that point, wasn't he? I think, and then yeah, the Aegis Slash brought it to 1-0.
Yeah, clutch. Very clutch. Yeah, it was amazing to watch actually. Yeah, brilliant. And then we have the MK Mimikyus with Burn and Jealousy on Turtonator, and I think that was, I can't remember, it was maybe versus Lapras and one of Dave's moms, but it was very good.
Yeah, I think Dave got up a special defense on both of them, and then it used Burning Jealousy, so both of his mons ended up getting
Yeah,
burnt.
very
So
nice, very nice. It's kind of the ideal scenario you see using Burn and Jealousy, but
yeah,
yeah, it worked for him, so well done. Then we have Otto in the Pacific Slowbros using Fake Tears on Thievul to devastating effect on Samadel's team.
yes, absolutely. Just it really did start wrecking house.
Yeah,
Um,
annihilated each of Samadel's support mons in each of like turn one of each game. So yeah, very very brutal. That was very good tech. And then finally we have the Sunville Scraggies who have been nominated because they got 3 kills with a Morgrim. And
of
and
all
that,
things.
yeah, and actually not just that, but the prankster substitute combined with foul play like was very good. Like
Yes,
I've not seen that before, but that is very hard to stop.
yeah, it was a very well played Morgrim play.
Yeah, definitely. So
Yeah.
so many good MaCHAD nominations this week. So keep them coming, guys. This is awesome tech. Sadly, there's going to be one winner, but Crizzle has awarded that to Brian.
Absolutely, I've got to give it to that Aegis Slash play. I mean, how can you be more Chad than killing all your opponents and your own teammates. So
Yeah, definitely,
yeah,
definitely. Amazing. Um, okay, so the final award, MaCHAMP of the Week. Um, I've been nominated for this for defying all belief amongst everyone in the season, apart in the league, apart from Crizzle, of winning the game. So yeah, it's nomination worthy.
absolutely.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We have Dave for his Lapras stall, which I actually think, yeah, was very good considering you know what Lapras does, and I think this was Tyler, and Tyler was saying that with a Lapras team, it normally gets quite prepped against in the sense that
Mm.
you make sure you have mitigation, you don't let it set up, etc., etc. But Dave really worked it well, especially in game three. It got up to like +2 in both defenses after 2 turns.
Yeah, and it wasn't going down at all.
No, no, definitely not. Yeah, on top of that, and then the Aurora Veil as well. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
good luck.
yeah. I mean, you have to pray for crits at that point.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't in the MK Mimikyu's favour that game, clearly, after the hypnosis shenanigans. Um, anyway, I've nominated you, Crizzle, for this because I think this was a brilliant game. Considering you lost the first set to a very impressive Sharpedo from memory. That should have definitely worked its way into the nominations somewhere, but it didn't. But yeah, I mean, fantastic comeback.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a hard fought game. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, very, very, very enjoyable to watch as well. And then I've also nominated the Somerville Scraggies for their dominant win over Gert and the Old English ICQs because I just think it was very well played. Like Tyler played to his win conditions, as we know, like he does that very well. Um, like with the Morgram tech, bringing in Raichu in the right times, like soaking up damage with Snorlax. Like I think in that game one, Gert put a max darkness into Snorlax, and it did literally one damage. Like
Wow.
it was literally one. But Gert was forced into it because I think he lost both his other mons. So yeah, yeah, very well played. Definitely
Yeah,
worthy of MaCHAMP nomination. But you, Crizzle, have awarded this week's MaCHAMP of the Week to Dave.
gotta be Dave. Gotta be Dave. Bringing Stall into Series 9. Like, the Dynamax meta is very much get some stats up and start killing everything quick. Stall's kind of gone on the back burner, but Dave brought it back and yeah, really, I think he really just showed how you can use this meta and build a really good stall team.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
like his entire the 11 mons he's drafted, he's got some really good offensive stuff in there, but he's bringing out the stall tactics.
Yeah.
Bulky Salazzle was one of them.
Yeah, with Toxic. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Always with his creative ideas and yeah, his recording this week was very good. So yeah, very worthy of the Machamp award. I completely forgot. I actually put links to all of these, um, but we've not watched them. So I'll just quickly just like run through them on 2 times speed so we can see this Lapras in action and hear the kids in the background as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was game three when it really all sort of just clicked and MK Mimikus didn't really have an answer because Lapras was able to just set up completely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's using coaching.
Prankster coaching and then Max Quakes. And then I think with the final turn he sets up Aurora Veil, so like perfect.
Yeah, he played this so well.
Yeah. Just skip it a little bit to the final turn, and then we'll just see how bulky this Lapras is after all of this. Oh yeah, so the Aurora goes into Serena, just insta dies. And he's like feeling very happy at this point.
Yeah.
We'll get to see his reaction as well when MK Mimikyu's forfeits, which was good. Oh my god, it actually did like 1 damage. I mean, if you're in the MK Mimikyu shoes at this point, it doesn't look good. I can understand why
Yeah.
they forfeited.
Yeah. That.
Perish song as well, brilliant.
Yeah.
Dark. I tell you what,
Because
Dark. Go on, go on.
yeah, he's taken out the other 2 mons, hasn't he? Like
Yeah,
Serena's
exactly.
gone, Lecky's gone. You can just perish song, and that's it.
That's it. That's it. You're not killing this Lapras. Amazing. Darkwood Samadar would be a very big fan of this tactic.
Yeah, it was great.
I can't remember exactly when MK Mimikyu's quit. It must have been around now, right?
Must be, yeah, because he knows he's got to get him through all this.
Let's see what happens. So good.
It is.
So good. Oh, just loved it.
Yeah, he's so happy. I love that game.
Yeah, some really great games this week, and was definitely like topped off with that. We'll quickly watch Brian and his destruction of literally everything. You know what I really like about this as well is that I played it on 2x speed. You can't hear Brian, but like as like Aegislash is picking up speed, you just see him like become increasingly animated.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, yes, let's go. Like
Yeah, this
literally
Aegislash play is a monster. It's just monstrous.
yeah, and
Love it.
every support mon is sacrificed, but you know, for a good cause.
Yeah. There you go. He's like, okay, yep, Thunderous out. It doesn't matter if I take out my own.
Yeah,
What's it
exactly.
called?
It's a free switch.
Finisher. Yeah.
Free switch. You know, definitely like, yeah, completely planned. He debates over this for a bit, but he does well. I think he sends in Thunderous, yeah, which is nice versus Milotic.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the Thunderous survives the life orb damage at the end, but it's on so low that the Sandstorm takes it out.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, 5 HP. So more Sandstorm chip. That White Herb was very good as well, actually.
Yeah.
There's another Mon bites the dust.
Yeah. So
Well,
far the Aegislash is 4-0.
Yeah, four kills claimed. Yeah, exactly.
This is just great to watch.
It really was. It's a shame Togedemaru was steel type and resisted the sand. Oh, again.
Yeah.
I mean, hard luck to the midline Marowaks. Like, you know, this damage just missing out.
Yeah.
And there's another one. And another one.
Yep. So 5-0.
Definitely needed the Drake sound clip for
Yeah.
this one.
And just the way he plays it out here as well.
This is really
Um,
good. This is really good because I think he recognised the spiky shields play from the previous turn
m-
or the previous
yeah.
game rather. And yeah,
Yeah. And he just. Yeah.
look at that.
You can see
Brian's
how
like
happy he is
hyping
there.
himself up. He's like, yes, let's go. He's like giving Aegis Slash like the team talk. Like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love that. 7-0 in one game.
Yeah, amazing, amazing.
Um,
And then let me double check. Did I have any more clips? I think I had the hypnosis as well. But I think that was it in terms of clips. I had the inner focus as well. We'll quickly just do that right at the end. The inner focus flinch. But let's just skip through this. This might have been.
See, he misses one. That's a bit hacksy.
That could have been turn two. Maybe I've done it too early. Hang on,
Yeah.
let's just see. Let's just see. Everything about this game is great. You just can't get entertainment like this nowadays. Oh yeah, that was turn three.
That was turn 3.
That was turn three. There you go, Dave. He knows.
And then wakes up.
Oh, brutal. Brutal, brutal. So that was that, and then finally we'll see the Somerville Scraggy fake out slap. I mean, this was the worst thing Tyler did all game.
Yeah. When that's the worst thing you do.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You know, you're not doing too bad. This duo was of Raichu and Morgan was just so bulky and so stally.
Yeah.
Very well played. So yeah, those are our MaCHAMP awards. So I'm going backwards in my slides. So let's just summarise. Well done to our winners this week. All definitely worthy winners and some great nominations there too that shouldn't be forgotten about. So well done to everyone. And this is what it means for the overall standing so far. So we've got Dave and MK Mimiku's on 2 awards each after week 2.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah. Crizzles, somehow you've escaped an award despite having going up 2-0. So we've got to rectify that next
Yeah,
week.
we will. We will. I'll get myself into another MaCHOKE somehow.
Ideally with a MaCHAD or a MaCHAMP, you know. Ideally.
We will see.
But yeah, myself and Dark Lord still yet to pick up one, but then you've got the Midland Marax, Tyler, Brian, Masenko, Lucian, and these Ernest's with 1 award each. So yeah, well done, guys. Let's see how I continue to manage this slide in week 8. Whether it becomes a complete mess or it is actually legible in some way.
Yeah.
But that's it. That concludes my champ of the week. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. And thank you, Crizzle, for coming this week.
Thank you very much for having me on. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been great to have you, and it's been long overdue. Really happy to finally get you on here. So, yeah, no,
Glad to
thanks
be
again.
here.
And
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, we'll be back next week with another guest. I'm going to try and reach out to someone within the league that we haven't got on yet. So yeah, if you're up for it, shoot me a DM and we'll get you on. But yeah, that's it from us both. So yeah, take care, guys. See you next week.
Goodbye, everyone.